Hi there, I'm Kim, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and the stuff they're sharing around the world on Newsfeed today. A dangerous challenge that's going viral in Saudi Arabia. They call it the hot pot. Prepare your Cheetos, your hot wings and your mozzarella sticks because it's almost time for Super Bowl Sunday. Newsfeed gets amongst the action.
I have definitely met some very rich people who earn huge amounts of money who I wouldn't let hold my pint.
Why this British politician is debating Brexit using pints and paychecks. And the polar vortex is wreaking havoc in the US, but some are doing their best to laugh through it. We have the best takes. Men in Saudi Arabia are filming themselves taking part in a dangerous so-called challenge, and it's going viral. The hot pot, or boiling pot challenge as it's known, shows men burning themselves voluntarily as a show of masculinity. But authorities there say it's getting out of control, with young boys wanting to take part to emulate the men they look up to. This is the video propelling the pot challenge, as it's known, into the public arena. In it, a young boy holds a boiling hot pot, grimacing through the pain. Local media has jumped on the story, issuing a photo of the child in hospital as a warning against copycat attempts. The challenge is seen as a way of proving masculinity. And the internet is awash with examples. Men placing burning hot pots in the palms of their hands and staying put for as long as they can. Attempts to prove masculinity in the patriarchal emirate are nothing new on the internet. Another is the drifting challenge, where men throw their cars into spins or try to balance their cars on two wheels. It becomes a problem when they do it on busy roads. This Twitter user calling the drivers terrorists who are reckless with human lives. There are, of course, more gentle, traditional ways of gaining respect.
قالوا علامك غادي اليوم شيبه توك شباب ومالي أنا وجهك الشيب إن كاد شيبك فاقدلك حبيبه يا ما فقدنا والليالي تجاريب قتلها وكبيت خبزه وطيبه لا والهوى ما هو حراما.
Like the reciting of long poems, some 40 minutes long, all from memory. But while those are welcomed, the more dangerous examples are seen as toxic masculinity taken to the extreme in Saudi Arabia and influencing young boys in the process. Okay, let's have a look now at some other things that caught our eye on social media. Here's a bit of irony. Remember the Fiji water girl who stole the show at the Golden Globes last month? She was there to hand out water on the red carpet, but went viral after lurking in the background and photobombing all the celebrity photos. Well, the water company wanted to capitalise on all the attention, so created cardboard cutouts of her to put in places like grocery stores. Now, Fiji water girl, aka Kelleth Cuthbert, is suing the company that made her famous overnight, saying she did not give her permission for the cutouts. McDonald's recently lost its trademark for the Big Mac in the EU. It's a long story why, but it means that any company in the EU can now use it. Cue Burger King wasting no time grilling and taking a big bite out of Macca's. In a new trolling campaign, this time in Sweden, Burger King has renamed its burgers to things like...
I'd like a Big Mac, but actually big. Thanks.
Big Mac-ish, but flame grilled, of course. The burger Big Mac wish business.
Yes, it's a stunt, but it's really the only kind of trolling we can get behind. A Turkish movie premiere with a concentration camp theme has been called repugnant and disrespectful on Twitter. The film, Cicero, tells the story of a Turkish citizen who became a Nazi spy. So the premiere organisers decided to decorate the red carpet with barbed wire, fake Nazi paraphernalia and piles of dolls meant to imitate corpses. Turkish Member of Parliament Mustafa Yeniroğlu has weighed in, saying there's no explanation for using the atrocities committed in concentration camps for entertainment purposes. Now, Australians have rallied in Sydney and Melbourne to demand the release of semi-professional footballer Hakeem al Araibi. Now, he's from Bahrain, but was guaranteed or granted refugee status in 2017 by Canberra. Fast forward to November last year, when on arrival to Thailand for his honeymoon, he was arrested. Ezra Ozcool explains.
Hashtag Save Hakeem. That's the hashtag thousands of people around the world are using after Human Rights Watch began a digital campaign calling for the release of Bahraini refugee and footballer Hakeem al Araibi. Hakeem had been granted refugee status in Australia, but was detained on arrival in Thailand in November after Interpol issued a warrant for his arrest. Bahrain accused him of vandalising a police station in 2014. He denies the allegations and says he was playing in a televised football match at the time. Plus, Interpol can't issue warrants for refugees. Human rights activists and the Australian football community is organising rallies to pressure Thailand for his release.
This is not just a young player. This is not just a young refugee who hasn't seen his wife for almost 2 months. This is a torture survivor. I'm speaking here to the Thai government. This is a young man who's been tortured by the country that you are working with and are contemplating sending him back to. It simply is not right, and the entire international community is saying, please, just do the right thing and return this young man home to Australia where he's granted protection.
More rallies are being planned for Toronto, London and Berlin. Human rights groups say Hakeem was tortured in 2012 after his brother's political activism during the Arab Spring. That's why he has been given refugee status in Australia in 2017. Bahrain has a reputation for torturing prisoners. According to a 2015 Human Rights Watch report, security forces tortured detainees using electrical shocks, beatings and sexual abuse. A Bangkok court on Monday will decide his future.
Let's go around the world now for some other stories you need to know this Friday. An asylum seeker who's been locked up in a detention centre run by Australian authorities in Papua New Guinea has just won Australia's richest literary prize. Kurdish-Iranian Behrouz Boochani has been in detention for 6 years. He wrote his first book via WhatsApp, one text message at a time, which was then sent to a translator and editor. The book is an account of his attempt to make the journey from Indonesia to Australia and subsequently his detention. The writing prize is worth about $90,000 and is a government-awarded prize. Boochani says it's a paradoxical feeling, being recognised by the same country that is keeping him in detention. After Brexit, if Theresa May's plan passes, that is, people from the EU who want to work in Britain will need to have a job offer worth more than £30,000 to be considered a skilled migrant and thus be allowed in. Labour MP Jess Phillips has delivered an almighty spray against politicians, saying a paycheck doesn't always equal skill.
But I have met lots of people who earn way more than £30,000 who have literally no discernible skills. Not even one since I have been in politics. Not necessarily in this place, although there's a smattering, but I have definitely met some very rich people who earn huge amounts of money, who I wouldn't let hold my pint if I had to go and vote while in the bar, because they would always...
The UK government is trying to introduce new laws to ban suspects of knife crime from social media. New figures show the possession of knives has increased by nearly a third over 5 years. Orders will target suspects over the age of 12, even if they aren't caught with a blade. Police say barring suspects from social media will discourage feuds. A Thai man who posted a fake story about a woman dying from toxic smog in Bangkok has been arrested. The 36-year-old said he just wanted to get more people to his website to up his income stream. Police say the man has been charged with computer crime for posting fake news and could face jail time. Oh, it's been record-shattering, bone-chilling, breathtakingly cold across the Midwest in the US this week. It's tested the mettle of millions of people who are used to the cold but never experienced anything like this. Check out how some have been having fun with the freeze.
These are my pants that I just had damp this morning, and you can see they are frozen solid after being outside for just 10 minutes.
I feel cold just watching that. Now, if you're American, you'll be well aware that this weekend is Super Bowl Sunday. It's a huge event, a hallmark of the American calendar, a cultural phenomenon referenced in movies for decades. So, of course, just 2 days out, the buzz has begun in Atlanta, where this year's game between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams will be played. Ali Jan Ayanla somehow convinced the bosses to send him. Take a look at this.
Super Bowl 53, it's just around the corner. Now, while the championship game itself between the New England Patriots and the LA Rams is likely to last only a couple of hours, the broader event itself has been going on for about a week or so, with many concerts, events, promotions, and parties going on. Now, to help organize this, about 25,000 local residents have tried to fill in 10,000 slots to come help out as volunteers and show their smiley faces. There you go, Southern hospitality for you. Now, it's not just fans of the New England Patriots or the LA Rams that have flocked here in their tens of thousands to the heart of the South to watch the biggest game in American football. This is America's sport, and it also happens to be America's biggest single sporting event, so everybody is in the mood.
I'm here to see Tom Brady win it again, so I'm so excited to be here.
Oh man, we are super excited. We are pumped. Go Patriots.
I came all the way from Decatur, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia, just to experience the live experience for the Super Bowl.
Now, one of the biggest non-football related events that's going on this weekend is no doubt the Super Bowl halftime show. And you've had top names perform here in the past, and this year will be no different. You're going to have Maroon 5, hip-hop artist Travis Scott, and local boy, Big Boy, all taking center stage at center field to put on an incredible show. But until then, fans are just getting warmed up.
Americans are funny, aren't they? Now, if you thought the days of police helping those in need cross the road were gone, take a look here. This elephant seal found itself in uncharted territory after it lost a battle to an older bull and retreated uphill and got lost. Deputies of the County Sheriff's Office in California rounded up the seal so he could crawl, or rather flop, across the road. How long did it take for the seal to cross the road and get back to the ocean? 40 long minutes. So jiggly. That's it from the Newsfeed team. You'll find us 24/7 on Twitter and YouTube. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.